Sorry but not sorry, boxing talk with CamJNetwork, man, and we back with another one, you dig? Hey, subscribe to CamJNetwork on YouTube, like and comment on this video. It don't cost you nothing, it's free. Support your boy, support the grind, man. We working, man. Oh, so let's get to this. May 2nd, we got the Fatal Fury card with Ryan Garcia versus Rolly Romero and Devin Haney versus Jose Ramirez and Teofimo Lopez versus Arnold Barbosa Jr. And I'm calling this card the weight bully card. Yeah, this is the weight bully. The press conference they had Wednesday was dry as hell. It was mid. I was expecting Ryan and Rolly to pop some shit, and they didn't pop no shit to each other. They was respectful to each other, surprisingly. You know what I'm saying? I was expecting fireworks for that press conference, especially between them two. And I didn't get nothing out of them guys. The only guy that was on that stage talking and popping and shit was Teofimo Lopez, which is not surprised because, this guy been promoting himself, being a racist and doing all of this extra corny shit, but I ain't gonna get all into it. I'll do it on another video. But Teofimo was the only guy that was on the stage, on the platform, selling the fight. Him and Arnold Barbosa, they had a back and forth early in the fight, early in the press conference, which is, hey, I can respect it and enjoy it from that aspect. I like to see some of the boxers at these press conferences talk a little shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's cool to be humble and respectful and stuff at times. But the press conference, sell the fight, man. Make me want to watch the fight even more. And it just was just a bad sight to see of nobody selling this fight to make me want to watch it on Times Square. You know what I'm saying? That day, on May 2nd. And Devin Haney, I'm hearing him in the press conference. He talking about, I still feel like I'm the best fighter. I'm the only undefeated fighter here, and the fighter that I fought in my last fight, he was on PDs. He's still crying about the PDs. Still crying. That boy Ryan living rent-free in Devin Haney's head over there still. And, of course, Ryan over there, he's saying, Ryan looks focused. You know what I'm saying? I will say that. This looked like a focused Ryan into this Rolly Romero fight. You know what I'm saying? I'm seeing him in a couple training clips, and I'm liking what I'm seeing from Ryan. He looked like he's getting back focused on the sport of boxing, and that's what he should be doing. That should be his only focus. You know what I'm saying? That's his main money maker. And I'm excited for the Ryan and Rolly fight because I think it's going to be a high action impact fight between those two guys. I don't think that fight's going to last 12 rounds for sure. Me personally, just an early prediction. I got Ryan winning that fight. You know what I'm saying? But don't sleep on Rolly, man. Rolly got some power. A lot of fighters in the ring that's been in the ring with Rolly, they said Rolly is very strong. You know what I'm saying? Even though Rolly, in my opinion, he lacks defense. He lacks discipline in the 12-round fight as far as his defense and skill. And I think Ryan has the skills to beat Rolly in that fight, but I'm definitely intrigued by that fight. Devin Haney versus Jose Ramirez. This is a hand-picked fight for Devin Haney pretty much. Of course, Jose Ramirez, he's a former champion, but at the same time, a lot of these guys, I noticed them on the stage when they was talking about their fights, how they was saying that they were in these smaller weight class and they was struggling to make weight. Even Devin Haney said, I couldn't make 135, so I had to move up to 140, and then I barely could make 140, so I had to move up to 147 and feel like I'd be more comfortable. Even though the Devin Haney and Jose Ramirez fight, apparently they said they don't have a weight for that fight. But I believe they're going to end up fighting at 147. They should. That's the weight class they should be fighting at. You know what I'm saying? I still stick in my mind that interview that Devin Haney had with the guy that be on the zone, whatever whatever the fuck his damn name is, he had that interview with that guy, and he was saying that he's not fighting in no weight class, he's fighting in his own weight class. So it's kind of sticking in my mind about that from that interview. But this fight should be at 147, though, for sure, for both of these guys. And I got Devin Haney possibly winning this fight. Interested to see how he takes, punches with that chin. They said that chin was broke in that fight with Ryan, and it was. If it's fractured, it's broke. It's that simple. You know what I'm saying? And just interested to see Devin Haney's punch resistance and see his game plan, how much he's going to be offensive in this fight. You know what I'm saying? Is he going to fight a little bit on the inside with Jose Ramirez? Jose Ramirez is a pressure fighter, so he's going to be throwing a lot of punches with bunches. So Devin Haney's going to have to be ready for that fight, and I think this is a good fight for Devin Haney to get right for the rematch. For Ryan Garcia, because I was one of the guys personally on record saying that I feel Devin Haney should give him a tune-up fight before he get that rematch. See where he at, test the water and see if he good and everything. But Jose Ramirez, don't count him out in this fight. He got some dog in him still, and he definitely gonna be coming forward in this fight, and he definitely gonna fight to the death in this fight. He gonna go out on his shield in that fight. So I'm expecting a competitive fight, but I would edge Devin Haney because I feel like he has the skills. He has the youth to beat Jose Ramirez right now. Teofimo Lopez versus Arnold Barbosa Jr. I got Teofimo in this fight. Teofimo, my thing about him is he just be so inconsistent in fights, man. Like, we don't know what Teofimo we're going to get. Are we going to get the Teofimo that styled on Josh Taylor? Or is we going to get the Teofimo that had a rough, sluggish fight with Steve Claggett? You know what I'm saying? Like, or are we going to get the Teofimo that had a lackluster performance versus Sandor Martin, or a lackluster performance against Jermaine Ortiz? Or are we going to get the Teofimo Lopez that was gang fighting Lomachenko? Which one we going to get? We don't know. You know what I'm saying? And it leaves doubt to where, like, Arnold Barbosa, if you watch his last couple fights, he's looked decent. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a big Arnold Barbosa fan personally, in my opinion. I think Arnold Barbosa is a guy that, can be easily beat by a lot of guys. Like, if I was to name the other champions, Gary beats him. I think Puello beats him. And who's the other champion? Richardson Hitchens. I believe Richardson Hitchens can beat him as well. You know what I mean? So this is a fight that I believe Teofimo should win. He has the skills. He has the power. He has the athleticism to beat Arnold Barbosa in this fight. Arnold Barbosa on that Ryan and Devin card last year, he fought a guy and he lost that fight, but they gave him the decision because, he was a guy that Eddie Hearn, not Eddie Hearn, Oscar De La Hoya is grooming up through Golden Boy, trying to groom him as a star. And now Arnold Barbosa's here as the mandatory to fight Teofimo Lopez because he just beat Jack Catterall in the UK for that interim title. And now they here. They got this fight. I would edge Teofimo by decision. I don't think Teo's power translated so much heavy at 140 as it was at 135. I think a lot of people at 140 is taking his punches a lot easier than some of those guys at 135, personally, in my opinion. But I like the fight though. These three fights, these are all good fights. Don't get it twisted. My only thing is, with Turkey Al-Sheikh, if he's making the best fight the best, why isn't any of these three guys, Teofimo, Ryan, or Devin, fighting each other? Why isn't we getting Devin and Ryan rematch right now? Why isn't we not getting that rematch in New York where they had the first fight at? Why is they saying that if both of those guys beat their ops and Rolly Romero and Jose Ramirez that they're going to have a rematch in October, and the rematch going to be in Saudi Arabia. The rematch should not be in Saudi Arabia. The rematch needs to be in America, man, where the first fight was. And they're going to make a shitload of money. The rematch is going to be even bigger than the first fight. Even though they flopped in the first fight, you know what I'm saying? The rematch will be even bigger, and it's more lucrative for both. And I think they should be able to gamble on themselves and believe that they could do some good numbers. Or do they just know that Devin Haney just really is not a draw for real? Because we know Devin Haney's not a draw. Yeah, he has a significant name in boxing. Yeah, he was undisputed at 135. Yeah, he had the WBC title at 140. But he is no longer that anymore. You know what I mean? He has no belt. He's at 147 in the new division. So, and Ryan, he's at 147 as well. Him and Rolly, they're fighting at 147. So, it makes much sense for, the rematch for Ryan and Devin. That rematch should be in America. But we shall see, man. But it was very interesting. I got to say that all them guys was, you got on Ryan. He was a guy that never fought at 140. When he fought Tank, they fought at the catchweight at 136. And Ryan was in shape. The man, can't say that Tank weight drained that man, because the man Ryan was literally sitting up there eating tacos at the media workout. You know what I'm saying? Like he was good. You feel me? And he looked in shape and looked much faster compared to how he looked in the Devin Haney fight, where the man was smoking and drinking during camp and messing with OnlyFans chicks and not training much and not sparring much and not taking a fight seriously. You know what I'm saying? Where, it showed in the fight where he looked gassed in the fight. You know what I'm saying? He was taking a couple rounds off. A couple of rounds leaded to, Devin winning a couple of those rounds, between 2 to 5 specifically. And, Ryan's first fight with Duarte at 140, he weighed 143. Second fight fighting Devin Haney, weighed 143. Didn't make the weight. Devin Haney getting butt naked just to make 140. You got Rolly Romero. He was at 135. Then he jumped at 140 and fought. I want to say he had Barbosa. He had Pitbull. Then he had the dude Jaime's that Abdullah Mason just knocked out. So Rolly had 4 fights at 140. Teofimo, he's still at 140. And Jose Ramirez, of course, he was a guy that was fighting at 140 for a long time and felt that he needed to be at 147 and made the move to 147 finally. So I'm calling this the weight bully card, man. Hey, fighters, some of y'all fighters got to stop fighting these smaller weight classes, man. Hey, fight at your natural weight class so you won't have to be, draining yourself, losing so much weight going into these fights, man. You know what I'm saying? It's showing when you get in these bigger weight classes, because y'all ain't filling out in these bigger weight classes, and y'all can get washed in these bigger weight classes. You know what I'm saying? A lot of y'all doing a lot of weight bullying, being in them smaller weight classes. We noticed that shit, and we gonna call it out. Keyshawn Davis, he on the borderline too. That boy look like he need to be 140. I hear Keyshawn in them interviews talk about, talking 140 talk and everything, that he don't know how long he going to be at 135. So, hey, make your move to 140, man, if you can't make that 135, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to hear no excuses from these guys fighting these smaller weight classes, talking about they look drained and all of that shit. Stop fighting in these smaller weight classes. Earl Spence, he was the one that fought at 147 for a long ass time, majority of his career. And look at him in the biggest fight of his career, he looked drained and everything fighting Bud Crawford. Not taking anything away from Bud Crawford in that win. Bud Crawford won. It is what it is. But these fighters, like I said before, stop fighting these smaller weight classes, man, and fight more around your natural weight. You got to be more like Floyd. Floyd was a guy that was fighting at 147, and he walking around at 150, 151. A lot of you guys got to have discipline in your careers as far as taking care of your bodies and being in these weight classes and everything. But sorry but not sorry, boxing. We out of here.